Hello, Mingalaba Dhamma class. My name is Dizanjo, and my Buddhist name is Jana Bali, which means power of concentration. Today, I will be your presenter for part 1 of this Dhamma class. Today's Dhamma class is on Sunday, December 21st, 2025. We meet every Sunday at 4 o'clock p.m. Arizona Pacific Time. Anyone interested in Buddhist teachings is welcome to join us on Zoom. Use the ID 413-460-4622 and the password Buddha20, all lowercase. Remember, the Zoom ID and password will stay the same every week. First, 3 individuals will chant the Buddha Gamana Gata, Ala Waka Gata, and Suriya Gata. These chants will then be followed by Part 1A, offerings, taking the Tisarana and precepts, the Metta chant, and meditation. Part 1B, Adhitthana, determination, mindfulness on death, wishing and sharing. Part 2, Parita chanting, discussions, questions and answers, translations from the prayer book, and some kids reciting Pali prayers from the book. Today's substitute will be Hima Ong, so Hima Ong, please have your prayer books and the correct pages ready and close by. Before we begin, here are some important rules and regulations. If you're reading a substitution or participating in Part 1A, please try to join the Zoom meeting at least 5 minutes early. Please do not eat or drink during the prayer time, as it is very disrespectful. If you're hungry, make sure to eat before joining the meeting next time. Sit up straight and center yourself in front of your camera. Keep your camera on at all times or you may be removed from the meeting. If you're not a part of the Dhamma class, you're free to turn off your camera. Please don't fidget or play around. This can disturb others who are praying. The prayer session is only 15 minutes, so please be mindful and respectful. For those chanting, please chant clearly and slowly so that others can follow along. We would greatly appreciate it if everyone stays respectfully until the end of the meeting. Now, please put your hands together. We'll begin with Buddha Gamana Gata. We believe you'll do great.
Buddha Gamana Gata Angira Sasa Unaya Tata Hi Setaram Siyo Vajirawa Virojanti Jino Metatu Sisake Nilayo Nilatana Ma Pido Data Ja Lohita Dhamma ja manjita nikamim subhavasara sadhu sadhu sadhu. Alawakagata so aham vicharisami gama gamam pura puram namasa mano sambuddham Dhammasa cha sudamadam edena sachawajena soti me hodu sabada soti te hodu sabada.
Suriyachata Namo te Buddha Viratu Vipamutosi Sabadi Sambadapati Panosmi Dasame Saranam Bhava Tathagatam Arahantam Suryo Saranam Gato Rahu Suryam Pamunchasu Buddha Lokanugambaka Yo Endakare Tamasi Pabam Karo Wirojano Mandali Ugatejo Marahu Kili Jara Mandali Ke Bajam Mamem Rahu Pamuncha Suryam Edena Sachawajena Soti me hodu sabada Soti te hodu sabada. Kana sarapa titena Dipena dhamma damsina Vilokadipam sambuddham Pujayami dhamonudam Wanaganda gunobidam Edam kusuma santatim Pujayami Munindasa Siribada Saroruhe
Adivasetu no bante paniyam parikapitam anukampam upadaya patiganatu utama Adivasetu no bante bhojanam parikapitam anukampam upadaya patiganatu utama. Bow one time.
Ogata, 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 Kayakan, Wazikan, Manukan, Dapat Dota, Kaitito, Apiedugo, Piapa Zenchen, Aduna, Patama, Tutia, Tatia, Dejin, Donje Miao O. Paya yatana, taya yatana, tanga yatana miatum vadogo. Ayo ale amya le sumue, shiku puzao, piu me sho. Gado ba I, ashe paya. Gado ya dao, asho ajao, apele ba, gano ba. Ya pieshe ba, yang tumuna ba, wapati taya leba, biata na taya na ba doma, aga gati tilonin te pewe, mataya botaya nebantaya dumya, go ya balo I ashen paya Valentine.
Aham bante Isa Nina Saha Nahanga Sampana Gata Upo Sada Sila Daman Yajami Anugahan Gatawa Silan Deta Me Bante Dutiyampi Aham bante Isa Nina Saha Nahanga Sampana Gata Upo Sada Sila Daman Yajami Anugahan Gatawa Silan Deta Me bante Tatiampi Aham bante Pisara Nena Saha Nawanga Sambana Gata Upo Sada Sila Daman Yajami Anugahan Gatawa Silan Deta Me bante Ama bante Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Sama Sambuddhassa Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Sama Sambuddhassa Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Sama Sambuddhassa Buddhan Saranang Gacchami Dhamman Saranang Gacchami Sangha Saranang Gacchami Dutiyampi Buddhan Saranang Gacchami Dutiyampi Dhamman Saranang Gacchami Dutiyampi Sangha Saranang Gacchami Tatiyampi Buddhan Saranang Gacchami Tatiyampi Dhamman Saranang Gacchami Tatiyampi Sangha Saranang Gacchami Amabante
Panati Pata Viramani Siddham Samadhiyami Atina Dana Viramani Siddham Samadhiyami Abramacharya Viramani Siddham Samadhiyami Musawada Viramani Siddham Samadhiyami Sura Miraya Majapamada Dana Viramani Siddham Samadhiyami Vikala Bhojana Viramani Siddham Samadhiyami Naja Gita Vadita Visuddha Dasana Malagenda Vilebana Dharana Mandana Vibhusana Dana Veramani Sikkhaden Samadhiyami. Ujjasayana Mahasayana Veramani Sikkhaden Samadhiyami. Metta Sahajatena Yitasa Sabapama Bhutesu Pavidwa Viharanan Samadhiyami. Amma Bante bow one time.
Iti piso bhagawa araham sama sambuddho vijajarana sampano sugato lokavidu anuttara purisa dhamma sarati Sata dewa manusanam buddho bhagawa Swakato bhagavata dhamma santitiko akaliko ehipasiko opaneiko pochudavedi tabo vinyohi.
Subhadipano Bhagavato Savakasengo Ujjopatipano Bhagavato Savakasengo Nayapatipano Bhagavato Savakasengo Samijipatipano Bhagavato Savakasengo Yadidam Jatari Purisa Yugani Eta Purisa Bhugala Esa Bhagavato Savakasengo Ahuneyo Pahuneyo, Dekineyo, Anjarikaraneyo, Anotarambuna Keta Lokasa Pawansan.
Ahim avyo homi, avya bhajo homi, anigo homi, suki achanam pariharami, mama mata pitu, acharya Nyadimitata Sabrahmacharinota Avrahontu Avyabhazahontu Anigahontu Suki Atanam Pariharantu Amakam Araka Dewata Imasamim Awase Imasamim Arame Araka Dewata Avrahontu Avyabhazahontu Anigahontu Suki Atanam Pariharantu
Sabe Sada, Sabe Bana, Sabe Buddha, Sabe Bugala, Sabe Atabawa Pariyabana, Saba Itio, Sabe Purisa, Sabe Arya, Sabe Anariya, Sabe Dewa, Sabe Manusa, Sabe Wenipatika, Awera Hontu, Abyabaja Hontu, Aniga Hontu, Sukyatanam Pariharantu, Dukkha Muchantu, Yata Lada Sampatito, Mavigajantu, Kamasaka.
Pratimaya Disaya Dakinaya Disaya Pachimaya Disaya Uttaraya Disaya Pratimaya Anudisaya Dakinaya Anudisaya Pachimaya Anudisaya Uttaraya Anudisaya Maya Disaya Uparimaya Disaya
Sabe Sata, Sabe Bana, Sabe Buddha, Sabe Bugala, Sabe Atabawa Pariyapana, Saba Itio, Sabe Purisa, Sabe Arya, Sabe Anarya, Sabe Dewa, Sabe Manusa, Sabe Winipatika, Awera Hontu, Abya Baja Hontu, Anika Hontu, Sukiya Chanam Puriharantu, Dukkha Muchantu, Lada Lada, Sampatito, Mawika Chantu, Kamasaka.
Buddham yawa, Boagacha, Bro yawa, Awi Jito, Samanta Chaka, Walesu, Yesata, Padawi Jara, Abya Baja, Niraja, Nirugaja, Nubadawa, Buddham yawa, Boagaja, Ado yawa, Awi Jito, Samanta Chaka, Walesu, Ye Sata, Udake Jara, Abya Baja, Niraja, Nirugaja, Nubadawa, Udam yawa, Boagaja, Ado yawa, Awi Jito, Samanta Jaka, Walesu, Ye Sata, Akase Jara, Abya Baja, Niraja, Nirugaja, Nubadawa, Sadhu, Sadhu, Sadhu. Bow on time.
Now we will learn how to meditate by Chloe, Shinthent, Heinleong, Dzanjo, and Maythun.
What is meditation? Meditation is a way to keep the mind cool and calm by concentrating on one object. There are many ways to meditate. In our Dhamma class, primarily we study Anapanasati and body scanning meditation. In Anapanasati, a natural focus is your own breath, which is always with you. If you simply keep feeling the breath as it comes in and as it goes out, the mind gets quieter and more peaceful. In body scanning meditation, you scan your whole body from head to toe, from the front and the back. The only trouble is, something will always take your attention away, maybe a noise or a pain in the knee, but often your own mind is the problem. It is so full of useless stuff. Like a monkey jumping here and there, it is so hard to control. To become the master of your mind, you need some lessons, enough time, and a good place to learn how to practice. With enough practice, meditation helps to replace bad thoughts and feelings with happy ones.
Why do we meditate? By learning how to control the mind, we start to get rid of negative habits and develop good mental qualities instead. If your mind is full, you make good decisions, you don't get confused, you make less mistakes, and you don't get angry or feel afraid, and you become more confident. If your mind is calm, you become peaceful and happy, you are less worried and frustrated, you don't get stressed about work or exams, you develop compassion and kindness, and you have more harmonious relationships. If your mind is concentrated, you get less distracted by useless things, you find it easier to learn and focus, you perform better in sports and games, and you make better music and art, and you will be more trustworthy.
What is the difference between samatha and vipassana? Samatha meditation and vipassana meditation are two different types of meditation. Samatha aims at achieving deep concentration, while vipassana aims at understanding both the body and mind. In samatha meditation, the focus is solely on one object to attain deep concentration, such as by fixing the mind on a single point. In contrast, vipassana meditation involves observing various mental and physical processes as they occur. During samatha meditation, when the mind wanders, we bring it back to the chosen object. However, in vipassana meditation, when the mind wanders, we observe it without trying to control it. Only when the distraction fades do we return our focus to the primary object. These differences in focus and approach distinguish the two types of meditation.
Guided muscle relaxation meditation. We are going to practice guided muscle relaxation meditation. Before we begin, please straighten your body, center yourself in the middle of your camera, put your hands together with the right on top of the left, with your thumbs connected, and place them in your lap. Then close your eyes. Step 1, when I say a group of muscle, focus on the group of muscles you hear and feel the tenseness in them. Step 2, mentally relax those group of muscles. Step 3, feel those muscles completely relaxed. Let's start. Your scalp muscles, all the muscles on your head are relaxed. Your forehead and eyebrows are relaxed. Your eyes, ears, nose, lips, and chin are relaxed. Your neck and shoulders are relaxed. Your arms, forearms, wrists, hands, and fingers are relaxed. Your chest and upper back are relaxed. Your abdomen and lower back are relaxed. Your hips and thighs are relaxed. Your knees and legs are relaxed. Your ankles, feet, and toes are relaxed. Now your whole body from head to toe fully relaxed.
Body scanning meditation. Now we're going to advance to body scanning meditation. Imagine you're holding a scanner in your hand. You are going to scan your whole body from head to toe and from the front and the back. Begin at the top of your head and slowly let your attention move down through your body little by little. Imagine a warm energy flowing gently inside you. If you find a place that feels stuck, pause there, take a calm breath, and picture it relaxing. Once it feels open, keep moving down all the way to the tip of your toes. Let's begin by scanning the front of your body. Start at the top of your head and move slowly downward. Top of your head, forehead and face, front of your neck, the front of your shoulders, your upper chest, your lower chest and abdomen, front of your hips, front of your thighs, the front of your knees, and the front of your legs. Now bring your attention to your back. Beginning at your heels, slowly scan upward. Back of your legs, back of your knees, back of your thighs, back of your hips, your lower back, your upper back, the back of your shoulders, the back of your neck, the back of your head, and the top of your head. Now you have successfully finished one cycle of body scanning meditation. Now you are going to practice another cycle on your own. You can switch the order, either go down the front and up the back, or up the back and down the front. Once all the energy channels are open, your body will feel very light. It will feel as if you're riding on a calm ocean wave. We're now done meditating.
Dukkha pada jani dukkha, baya pada jani baya, sukha pada jani sukha, hontu sababi panino. Nahi verena verani samantita kuta janam averena cha samanti esadamo santantano.
Saba papasa agana, usalasa upasabada, chajita puyo dapana, eta burana sasana.
Marna me tuam, jivita me atuam, ida me punyam, nibbana sapajayo hotu, imam punya bhagam, sabba satanam bhajema, sadhu, 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 on time.
It is now part 2 of the Dhamma class, and before we start, this Dhamma class is very important, so please be respectful and do not eat. However, drinking water is now fine, and please don't forget to straighten your body and center yourself in the middle of your camera. Now we'll be moving on to Program 1, Metta Sutta by May Cindy, Chloe, Amara, Danzin, Matane, Miano, Weiyan, Shintan, Lin, Victoria, Heinleon, Rebecca and Cynthia, May Thune, and Grace and Brian.
Ya metta sutta, ya sahanubhavato, ya ka nevada santi bisanam, yan hi jewa nuyunjanto, ratim jiwa matandito. Sukam supati suto cha, papam kanchi na pasati. Evamati kunu petam paritam tam panamahe. Saraniya matakusalena yanda santam padam api sameja. Sako ujuja suhujuja suwajoja samudu anatimani.
Satu sakoja subaroja apaki joja salahuka huti sandindrioja nipakoja apagabo gula swananugito.
Macha kuda Machare ginchi Yena winu bare Upawadeyum Sukino wa Kemino hodu Sabasata Bawadu Sukidada. Yikinji Panabudadi Dasawa Tawerawa Nawasisa Digawa Yewa Mahenda Majima Raseka Anukadula
Vita wa yewa, adita yewa juyen, wasanti awi juyen, utawa sambawasiwa, sata bawantu sukitata.
Lin, it is your turn.
Na paro param niku beta Na te manyeta katachi na kanchi. Piaro sana patika sanya. Nanya manyasa tukamicheya.
Mata yata niyamputa mayusa ekaputa manurake evampi sapaputesu manasam bhavaye aparimanam.
Metencha sabalokasmi manasam bhavaye aprimanam udam adocha diriyancha asambadam awiramasapadam.
Didam charam nisi no wa sayano yawadasa vidamido edam sadim adideya brahmamedam vihara midamahu didencha anupagama silawa dasanena sampanno Kamesu vinaya gedam nahi jadu gavaseya punaredi metta sudam nididam sadhu sadhu sadhu.
Sirasmim gata, sirasmim me Buddha seto, Sariputo cha dakine, Wama amse mogalano, Burato pitakatayam, Pachime mama anando, Jatu disakina sawa, Samanta loka palaja, Inda dewa sabramaka, Edesam anubhawena, Sabebaya upadawa, Aneka andrayapi, Vinasantu asesado.
Diwa tapati gata, diwa tapati adicho, rati mabati chandima, sanado katiyo tapati, jai tapati brahmano, atasaba mahoratim, buddho tapati tejasa, Dadisam tejasam panam, Buddham Vandami Sadaram, Etena Sachawajena, Soti me hotu sabada, Soti te hotu sabada.
Now we'll be moving on to Program 2, Basic Buddhism, first by Dazinjo and Hein Liang, then Noel, Shinta, and Tiffany, then Amara and Ma Dane, then Chloe and May Cindy, Sumya Pitt and Hazel, and Victoria and Aline T.
Hello, Mingalaba Dhamma class. My name is Dasanjo, and my Buddhist name is Janapali, which means power of concentration. Today, me and a Dhamma friend will be talking about something. So, Hinda, could you please introduce yourself?
Hello, Dhamma class. My name is Hein Liang, and my Buddhist name is Sukabula, which means power of happiness. So, Dazinjo, what are we talking about today?
We will be talking about the Four Noble Truths. Everyone, please listen carefully because we will be asking a couple questions in the end. I'll start us off. The Four Noble Truths. The Four Noble Truths are essential teachings of Buddhism that explain important things about life and how to find happiness. Here's a simple explanation of the Four Noble Truths for kids.
1. Dukkha, the truth of suffering. Life is made up of many experiences: happiness, sadness, sickness, aging, and change. By looking carefully at our lives, we can understand this truth clearly.
2. Samudaya, the truth of the cause of suffering. Suffering comes from craving, a strong desire or clinging to things, people, or experiences. This craving is a hidden force inside us, causing trouble in this life and in future lives. Because of craving, we are born again and again. This is a cycle of rebirth. Dhamma, or intentional actions, is connected to this.
3. Nirodha, the truth of the end of suffering. It is possible to end suffering by letting go of craving. This doesn't mean destroying the self, rather, it means freeing the mind from the attachment that ties us to the cycle of birth and death. Nibbana is not something that is made, it can be reached by anyone in this very life.
4. Magga, the truth of the path to the end of suffering. To overcome craving, we follow the Noble Eightfold Path. This path has 8 good qualities of mind, working together to remove craving completely. When this is done, the mind is pure, free from passion, and beyond birth and death. That is all, so now we'll be asking questions. Hinnaon, could you please ask the first one?
The first question is for Rebecca, and it is, what is the first noble truth?
Dukkha, which means that life has happiness but sadness as well.
That is correct, so Devincha, could you please ask the next question?
My next question is to Cynthia, which is, what causes suffering?
Wanting things too much or clinging to them.
That is correct. Hinnaon, could you please ask the next question?
The next question is for Rebecca, and it is, can suffering end?
Yes, by letting go of craving, the mind becomes free.
That is correct, so Devincha, could you please ask the last question?
My last question is for Cynthia, which is, how do we end suffering?
By following the Noble Eightfold Path.
That is correct. That is all, and thank you for listening.
It is now Noel, Shinta, and Tiffany's turn.
Hello everyone, my name is Noah and my Buddhist name is Wanapala, which means power of personality. So today I'll be joined by my Dhamma friends Shinta and Tiffany. So could you please introduce yourselves?
Hello, Dhamma class. My name is Shrita. My Buddhist name is Moka Pali, which means freedom keeper. So Tiffany, can you please introduce yourself?
Hello, Dhamma class. My name is Tiffany. My Buddhist name is Santa Bali, which means peacekeeper. So, Noel, what are we going to be talking about today?
Today we'll be talking about samadhi. So everyone please listen carefully because we'll be asking questions at the end. And I'll start. What is samadhi? Samadhi means concentration and calmness of the mind. By concentration, samadhi helps us focus deeply, allowing us to understand important truths about life.
When our mind is concentrated, we can see things as they really are. This helps us realize three key ideas: anicca, or everything changes; dukkha, life can be unsatisfying; and anatta, there is no permanent self.
The Buddha suggested 40 different things to meditate on to develop samadhi. Some methods include 1. Metta bhavana, loving kindness meditation. 2. Kaya gata sati, reflecting on the body's parts. 3. Anapanasati, mindfulness of breathing. And 4. Maranasati, reflection on death.
Once a person becomes focused, they can practice insight meditation, vipassana, to deepen their understanding. So now we'll be asking questions. So Chinta, what is your first question?
My first question is to Hima, and what is samadhi?
It means deep concentration and a calm mind.
That's correct. Tiffany, what is your question?
My question is to Hank, and why is samadhi important?
It helps us understand life's truths.
Yes, that's correct. Noel, what is your question?
My question to Hima is, what is one way to practice samadhi?
Mindfulness of breathing, anapanasati.
Yes, that's correct. Chinta, could you please ask your last question?
The last question is to Hank, and how many meditation methods did the Buddha suggest?
He suggested 40 different methods.
That's correct. Thank you for listening.
It is Amara and Marthane's turn.
Hello, Minglava. My name is Amara, and my Buddha's name is Amadabali, which means keeper of deafness, and I live in Texas. Martin, can you please introduce yourself?
Hello, Mangalaba. My name is Martin. My Buddhist name is Hita Bali, which means good keeper, and I live in Texas. So, Amara, what are we going to talk about today?
Today, we're going to talk about Gaya Gama. Everyone, please listen carefully because we'll be asking questions at the end. The Bali word Gaya Gama, called Gaya Gen in Burmese, means bodily actions which happen through the body. These actions come from the mind, and the body acts them out. The body is like a door through which actions are performed. Some
actions like killing or stealing can be done through speech by giving commands, but they are still considered bodily actions. Bodily action could be good or bad. There are three bodily actions to avoid.
1. Banati Bada, killing living beings. 2. Adinadana, taking what is not given. Stealing. 3. Gamesu Michachara, sexual misconduct.
By avoiding these bad actions, we perform good bodily actions, which help us create a peaceful and kind life.
Now we'll be asking questions. Think. What does Gaya Gama mean?
Gaya Kama means bodily action, which are action we do using a body.
That is correct.
So, Snowy, where do bodily actions come from?
Absent.
Oh. So the answer was they come from our mind and our body character.
Think. What is an example of a wrong belief?
Keep going.
The answer was thinking actions have no consequences.
So, why is it important to avoid bad bodily action? The answer was avoiding these bad actions help us live a peaceful and kind life.
Thank you. And that is all. And thank you for listening.
It is Chloe and May Cindy's turn.
Hello, Manglaba.
I can follow.
My name is Chloe Chang, and my Buddhist name is Titi Pali, which means keeper of wisdom. I live in Chino Hills, California. So my dear Dhamma friend Mason D will be joining me. So Mason D, please introduce yourself.
Hello, Mangalaba. My name is Mason D. My Buddha name is Loka Palu, which means guardian in the world. I live in Jacksonville, Florida. So Chloe, what will we be talking about today?
We will be talking about Wasigama, so I'll go first. Please listen carefully because we will be asking some questions at the end. What is Wasigama? The Pali word Wasigama, called Wasigan in Burmese, means actions we do with our speech, or the words we say. These are known as verbal actions. Verbal actions come from our mind and we express them through speaking. Verbal actions can also be bad or good.
Even though some actions like lying can be done by writing or using hand signals, they are still considered verbal actions because they usually happen through speech. There are 4 main bad verbal actions to avoid.
Number 1, musawada, lying, false speech. Number 2, pisunawaja, slandering, saying bad things to cause trouble. Number 3, parusawaja, using harsh or hurtful words. Number 4, sampabalaba, talking about useless or silly things, frivolous talk.
By avoiding these bad speech, we perform good verbal actions which help us speak truthfully and kindly. So now we'll be asking questions. So my first question is to Lasanda. So Lasanda, what does wajigama mean?
Wajigama means action we do with our speech or the words we say.
Yes, that is correct. So Chloe, please ask your next question.
So my next question is to Julia, and it is, where do verbal actions come from?
They come from our mind, and we express them by speaking.
Yes, that is correct. So Mason D, please ask your next question.
So my next question is to Lasanda again. So Lasanda, what are the 4 bad verbal actions we should avoid?
Lying, slattering, using hurtful words, and talking about useless things.
Yes, that is correct. So Chloe, please ask your last question.
So my last question is to Julia, and it is, why is it important to avoid bad verbal actions?
Speaking truthfully and kindly helps us have good relationships and peaceful life.
That is correct. So that is all, and thank you for listening.
Thank you for watching and listening.
It is Sumyape and Hazel's turn.
Hello everyone, my name is Sumya Pei. My Buddhist name is Jita Bali, which means regarder of mind. Today I'll be joined by my dear Dhamma friend Hazel. So Hazel, can you please introduce yourself?
Hello, my name is Hazel and my Buddhist name is Rupa Bali, which means beauty keeper. So Sumya Pei, what will we be talking about today?
Today we'll be talking about Manokama, but before we begin, we'll be asking questions in the end, so please listen carefully. The Pali word Manokama, or Manokan in Burmese, means actions that happened in the mind. These are thoughts or mental actions that do not involve the body or speech. These mental actions come through what we call the mind door, which is a way of talking about our thoughts and consciousness.
There are 3 bad mental actions we should avoid. 1. Abhijja, covetousness, wanting to take something that belongs to someone else. 2. Vyapada, ill will, wishing harm or suffering for someone. 3. Miccha ditthi, wrong view, believing things are harmful or untrue, like thinking actions don't have consequences.
These wrong views include ideas like 1. Denying that there is life after death, or that good and bad actions have effects. 2. Believing that actions don't matter or have any consequences. 3. Thinking that life happens by chance or fate without any reason or cause.
By avoiding these bad thoughts, we perform good mental actions, and we keep our minds healthy and kind. We'll now be asking questions, so Sumya Pip, please ask the first question.
My first question is to Hingitha, and it is, what is Manokama?
Absent.
Okay, so the answer is, it means actions that happened in the mind. So Hazel, please ask your question.
My question is to Grace. So, what are bad mental actions to avoid?
Wanting other things, wishing harm, and wrong beliefs.
That's correct. Sumya Pip, please ask the next question.
My next question is also to Grace. What is an example of a wrong belief?
Thinking actions have no consequences.
That is correct, thank you. So Hazel, please ask your last question.
My next question is to Grace again. And why should we avoid bad mental actions?
To keep our minds healthy and good.
That is correct. That is all, and thank you for listening.
It is Victoria and Alente's turn.
Hello, Dhamma class. My name is Victoria, and my Buddhist name is Uju Bali, which means honest keeper. So today, my dear Dhamma friend Anglante will be joining me. So Anglante, can you please introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Che, and my Buddhist name is Ria Bala, which means brave keeper. And Victoria, what will we be talking about today?
Today, we will be talking about Loba. Before I begin, everyone please listen carefully. What is loba? Loba is a Pali word that means greed or desire. It's like wanting things so much that it becomes harmful. Loba can appear in many ways, such as hoarding, being obsessed with getting more, being stingy, or wanting what others have.
Even being overly careful not to waste things can be a syllable from a form of loba. Loba makes us hold on tightly to what we want, and when we don't get it, it can turn into ankle dosa, leading to bad actions.
To avoid this, we should learn to be content, santosa, and let go of our desires for material things, kama. We must also be careful not to let strict attachments or rules or rituals block our spiritual growth. Now we'll be asking questions, so I'm going to take you. Please ask the first one.
My first question is to Meitun, and Meitun, what does loba mean?
Loba means greed or wanting too much.
That's correct, and Victoria, ask your next question.
My question is to Brian, and it is, how can loba appear? The answer is it can show as hoarding, being stingy, or wanting what others have. I'm going to take you and please ask your next question.
My next question is to Meitun, and Meitun, what can loba turn into?
It can turn into anger, dosa, and bad actions.
That's correct, and Victoria, ask your last question.
My last question is also to Meitun, and it is, how can we avoid loba?
By being content and letting go of too much desire.
That is correct, thank you. That is all, and thank you for listening.
Now we'll be moving on to Program 3, Choose the Correct One out of the Given Answers by Hank and Hema.
My name is Hank, and my Buddhist is Sutabala, which means the power of knowledge. Today, I'll be joined by my twin sister. Please introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Hema, and my Buddhist name is Hemapali, which means peacekeeper.
Today, we'll be asking questions to individuals Gamapali, Sandy, Lasanda, Weiyan, Xinglang, William, Harry, Nyampunte, Kixing, Brian, Shinki, Snowy, Mietno, Julia, Juju, Nicole, and Kant. To start off, Gamapali, what is the first noble truth?
Dukkha, which means that life has happiness but sadness as well.
That is correct. Sandy, what causes suffering?
Wanting things too much or clinging to them.
That is correct. Masanda, well, how do we end suffering?
By following the Noble Eightfold Path.
And that is correct. Weiyan, why is samadhi important?
It helps us understand life truth.
And that is correct. Xinglang, how many meditation methods did Buddha suggest?
He suggested 40 different methods.
And that is correct. William, what are the 3 bad bodily actions that we should avoid?
Killing, stealing, and sexual misconduct.
And that is correct. Harry, what does wasikama mean?
Wasikama means actions we do with our speech or the words we say.
And that is correct. Nyambunte, what are bad mental actions to avoid?
Can you repeat that again?
Question was, what are bad mental actions to avoid?
Rating others, saying, wishing harm, and wrong beliefs.
And that is correct.
Yixing, what is an example of a wrong belief?
Thinking that actions have no consequences.
That is correct. Brian, what does loba mean?
Loba means greed or wanting too much.
That is correct. Shinki, what is the first noble truth?
Dukkha, which means that life has happiness but sadness as well.
That is correct. Snowy, what causes suffering?
Absent.
Well, the correct answer is wanting things too much or clinging to them. Yet no. How do we end suffering?
By following the Noble Eightfold Path.
That is correct. Julia, why is samadhi important?
It helps us understand life's truth.
That is correct. Juju, how many meditation methods did Buddha suggest?
He suggested 40 different methods.
That is correct. Nicole, what are the 3 bad bodily actions we should avoid?
Absent.
Well, the correct answer is killing, stealing, and sexual misconduct. What does wachikama mean?
Absent.
Well, the correct answer is wachikama means actions we do with our speech or the words we say.
Thank you for listening.
Now we'll be moving on to program 4, Answer the Question 1 by Rebecca and Cynthia. So hello Dhamma class, my name is Rebecca and my Buddhist name is Metta Bali, which means keeper loving kindness. And for today's program, my sister Cynthia will be joining me, so can you please introduce yourself? Hello Dhamma class, my name is Cynthia and my Buddhist name is Maga Bali, which means keeper the meal path. The individuals that I'll be asking today are Mate, Brian, May Dong, Grace, Amara, May Cindy, Hazel, Sumit, and Victoria. Mate, please list the 12 causes or factors of Paticca Samuppada in Bali.
1. Avijja. 2. Sankhara. 3. Vijnana. 4. Namarupa. 6. Salayadana. Wait. 1. Avijja. 2. Sankhara. 3. Vijnana. 4. Namarupa. 5. Salayadana. 6. Pasa. 7. Vedana. 8. Dana. 9. Upadana. 10. Kama 11. Jati. And 12. Jaramarana.
That is correct, thank you. Brian, please recite the first Manasa Udana.
Aneka jati samsaram sandavisam anibisam kahakaram gavisanto dukha jati punapunam.
That is correct, thank you. Maithon, please recite the third Vachasa Udana.
Yada hawe patu bhavanti dhamma atapina jayato brahmanasa vidupayam titati marasena surya wa obasaya mantalikam.
That is correct, thank you. Grace, please recite the first Padama Buddha Vachana.
Aneka jati samsaram sandavisam anibisam kahakaram gavisanto dukha jati punapunam.
That is correct, thank you. Amara, please list the 6 dangers of using intoxicants. Do you want me to come back to you?
Yes, please.
Okay. May Cindy, please list 12 causes or factors of Paticca Samuppada in Pali.
Number 1, Avijja. Number 2, Sankhara. Number 3, Vijnana. Number 4, Namarupa. Number 5, Salayatana. Number 6, Pasa. Number 7, Vedana. Number 8, Dana. Number 9, Upadana. Number 10, Gama Bawa. Number 11, Jati. And number 12, Suka. Wait. And
Next.
The last one is Dhamma, but thank you. Hazel, please. Hazel, please recite the first Manasa Udana.
Aneka jati samsaram sandavisam anipisam kahakaram kawesanto dukha jati punapunam.
That's right, thank you. Sumit, babe, please recite the third Vachasa Udana.
Yadahawe batu bawanti dhamma adapino jayato brahmanasa vidubayam didati marasenam suryo wa obasaya mandalikam.
That's correct, thank you. Victoria, please recite the first Patama Buddha Vachana.
Aneka jati samsaram sandavisam anibisam kahakaram kavesanto dukha jati punapunam.
That's correct, thank you. Amara, are you ready? You can go ahead.
1, you could waste all your money. 2, you might argue with friends and family more. 3, it can make you very sick. 4, your reputation might get ruined. 5, you might do embarrassing things in public. 6, your brain might not work as well.
That is correct, thank you. That is all for our program. Thank you for listening and participating. Now we'll be moving on to program 5, Answer the Questions 2 by the Zinjao.
Hello, Mingalaba Dhamma class. My name is Nizanjo, and my Buddhist name is Jana Bali, which means power of concentration. Today I'll be asking a few individuals some questions, so please be ready and prepared. Sandy, how do you chant metta meditation on yourself?
Aham awara homi, apyapajo homi, aniko homi, sukyataram purihami.
That is correct. Thank you. Snowy, how do you chant metta meditation on your parents?
Absent.
Opar. Thin, how do you chant metta meditation on your relatives and friends?
Nati mitacha aveva hontu abhyapacha hontu aneka hontu sukhiyatana payavantu.
That is correct. Thank you. Linthin, how do you chant metta meditation on your Dhamma class?
Sabralma Jarinoja Awira Hontu Abyapaja Hontu Aniga Hontu Suki Atanan Parihantu.
That is correct. Thank you. Yambonten, what is Buddhism? Please answer in Pali and English.
Sabha Papa Sa'atuna, not to do or any evil. Kusalasa Upasampada, to cultivate good. Sachita Baryo, the Panam, to prefer one mind. And Bodhana Sasanam, this is the teaching of the Buddhas.
That is correct. Thank you. Lasenda, how do you share the merit you gained with all beings in Pali and English?
Ima punya bagam sapas satanam bhajama. I share this my merit gained with all beings.
That is correct. Thank you. Wei Yin, how many virtues of the Buddha are there?
One arahant,
Tu sama saluto, Vicha Javana Sapena, Pon, Sukato, by Lord Kawidu, Te Anutaro, Puvisa Damasarati, Samesata Dewa Manusa, Nem, A Budo Nai Bhagawa.
That is correct. Thank you. Xinlang, how do you chant metta meditation on yourself?
Aham awero homi, apya pacho homi, anigo homi, sukiyatana pariharami.
That is correct. Thank you. Yeno, how do you chant metta meditation on your parents?
Mama, Mata, Pitu, Awi Brahontu, Abia Bajahontu, Ani Brahontu, Suki Adana,
That is correct. Thank you. And Harry, how do you chant metta meditation on your relatives and friends?
My relative
Next.
friends.
Next.
That is all, so thank you for listening.
We are now at the end of the Dhamma class, so everyone please put your hands together, mute your microphone, and say with me, Buddha Sasanam Chiram Thetatu. May the Buddha's teachings last long. Buddha Sasanam Chiram Thetatu. May the Buddha's teachings last long. Buddha Sasanam Chiram Thetatu. May the Buddha's teachings last long. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. That is all.